Hello, hello. It's Amy from Seriously Sweet and Cookie Snack Attack. I'm so excited to be with you to finally get to do my Halloween tutorial. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys really enjoy this. So are you enjoying the programming, like everything that's been going on and all the different artists that we've been able to host? Are you guys rewatching the tutorials? Are you attending the lives more or doing replays more? Like, how's this whole situation working out for you? Hey, y'all. How are you? And I've got my little gnome headband on that Kelly Clements made me because I am doing a gnome for you today. Let me just get a couple things off here real quick and we'll get going. I want to make sure, and I did send a text alert out, but I just got mine like 3 minutes ago, so I don't know if everybody has theirs yet, but I've sent two. I sent an early reminder, and then we're live, so hopefully everybody's getting that. I'm so excited that a couple of things. I'm really excited because the numbers show that you guys are really enjoying this. Like, you're watching it, you're watching the replays. I just can't tell who's watching replays unless you're making a comment in there. But it does show that you are watching replays, which is great because that means you're utilizing the information. And so that makes all the artists really happy. I'm so glad you've gotten to see everything live, Myra. That's really cool. So many like mic dropping moments and nuggets of fantastic information. I just feel like every single thing we've done has had so much info. Hey there, how are you? Okay, so on the, oh, I hate to tip this because my camera's attached. Let me see if I can slide this out real quick. Okay, on the 20th, which was a Friday night, I filled in for Tammy and Todd of 2T Stencils because we had a little time zone glitch that night. I hope you guys, is that a really bad shadow for you too? I think, hold on one sec. Let me just adjust two things. I had everything adjusted to just be the host. So then I had to scramble because for some reason I forgot that I needed my camera to do my, do this part. So I had to reset all that a little bit ago, but it still, is it okay? Is it clear for you guys? And you got good light? Because I have really good natural light in here. Is it looking good? And for some reason, this little guy today, I feel like I'm super zoomed in, but I'm not really. So let me just pull this a little bit. Tell me if this is okay. I just feel like it's more zoomed than normal, but the camera bar is also higher, which is odd. All right, guys. Go ahead, get in your beds. We're going to be in here a while. I told the girls they had to come in and hang out with me today, my little pups. You've loved it. I'm so glad, you guys. I'm so glad. So, good morning. Another live, yay. I know it's weird, right, to have a daytime live after so many night times in a row. And what are we going to do after tonight? Because tonight's our last nighttime live until the 28th of November, like 28 whole days. So I might just have to squeeze some more stuff in. I don't know. We'll see. Kelly, I've absolutely adored every one of these headbands. Oh, good. The screen looks good. Okay. All right. So I had a fall class out that was called Fall Stackables, which I did as a thank you for people that donated to send me to Disney for the day when we were in Orlando, which was amazing. I had the best time. And then I also sold that class, but you had to buy all your own supplies. It didn't come with a box or anything. So in that class, I told everybody that I would use those cutters just as another little bonus because, you know, I like to get triple value out of things. Well, where is the bag? I wanted to show this to you. So hold on, guys, because I pulled a bunch of stuff in here this morning. Oh, here they are. So in that class, it was a stackables class that was done with a fall flair to it so that you could box it in a 12x5 box and sell it that way. So these were the top two cookies. That's what we're going to use today. And I'm going to walk you through how to make this cookie from these. Okay, but these were the top 2 cookies. And then the third cookie was another pumpkin, in case you took that class or have these cutters already. And the bottom was the urn, the big flower pot. So you could go one level further with this if you really wanted to, and you could set this cute little gnome guy in the urn if you wanted to add another cookie to the set. But for our Halloween event, our 13 nights of Halloween, I wanted to just use a couple of the cutters and show you something fun to do with the cutters that you already have. So the bottom 2 cutters, yeah, this is the right one. This is the bottom, and this was the gourd on top. So to make this cookie, you, on your cookie dough, punch out this cookie and just pull the cookie cutter up. Leave the dough behind, pull the cookie cutter up, okay? And then let me show you like this so it won't get too confusing. We'll see if this will work. So just imagine that the paper towel is my cookie dough, okay? And I punched down into the cookie dough with my cutter. Do you see that? Everybody's with me? All right, so then the gourd in the original Fall Stackables class, you'd punch it out and it would sit right on top. And then there's all this fancy decoration that I showed you how to do with edible papers. Okay, I'll leave it at that because that was a paid class for some people. So you want to take this and you want to turn it at an angle so you can make it look like the witch's hat. Do you see that? So you want to take this and you want to cut down into that same cookie dough. Okay, it's going to punch it out. I can't get all the way in there, but you'll get the gist of it. So you'll cut down into it. Do you see? Okay, and then what you'll do right here where this is, you'll just kind of push this out a little bit. Just pull that out so you have that like lopped over part of the hat. All right, and then you'll bake it as these 2 cookies all as one cookie. Just imagine this. Oops, I drew on my sheet. Oh, well. Imagine this all being one cookie. Just take your hand and smooth the line so it becomes one cookie. That's called, for anybody that's new, that's called Franken cookie, where you take 2 cutters to make one design. So I just wanted you to see that you could use these 2 cutters from your Fall Stackables to do a really cute Halloween thing, okay? All right, so let me move that out of the way. This is how my cookie baked. So when you do that, it looks just like that. Now this extra piece, I just took a little piece of cookie dough and I rolled it like I was rolling down to the size of a straw. And I placed it across where my the top of the pumpkin would have been. If I had left the pumpkin alone, I placed it right across here. And then I just shaped it. Just shaped it and pinched it because I wanted the brim of what will look like a witch's hat, okay? Like for a trick-or-treater if they were dressed up like that. And then I just did a little bit of pressure right here to make it pointy. All right, and then if you have taken my gnome classes or you're in the gnome and floral group that went on all year, we have 2 more to go. Your November will be posted tomorrow, and it's super cute. It's Thanksgiving themed gnome tomorrow. So in the spirit of giving you a bonus gnome and letting you also get another use out of your Fall Stackables, I decided to do this little guy as a gnome trick-or-treater, okay? So I just took some basic fondant and I used a little bit of ivory food coloring and colored my white fondant to a nose that would match my gnomes from the other series. And I made it more triangular, I guess, instead of rounded. So it looked a little spookier, more like a craggly nose, like more like a witch's nose would look. Just so this gnome would have his own flair and be different from the other things that we've done. And now what we're going to do is use just 2 colors and some diamond dust. And we're going to have some fun and make this cute little Halloween gnome. So my color that I used to make my pumpkin color, and I love this color a lot. This is copper. That's a copper airbrush color, a Maramis food color. You can also get it in a gel. But I was coloring really thick icing, so I went ahead and used my airbrush color because it also thins it down at the same time. And then the other color I've really enjoyed this season was my new gel color from the Sugar Art, which is straight out pumpkin. This is fantastic for pumpkin pie cookies, by the way. If you don't have this yet, this is a great gel color to pick up. And it's really nice because these are 1 fluid ounces, 35 grams, whereas like my my Sunny Side Up stuff is 0.7 ounces or only 20 grams. So it's literally like almost twice as much in these. I love that about these, because then I just feel like you should be comparing them on ounces because of the price. Like someone said they thought these were expensive, but they're really not. I mean, they're not. Plus, it's a great company. So, I mean, it's almost double what's in a standard size gel jar. So you won't run out as fast. So I just like that. All right. So anyway, we're going to do this super, super simple gnome that you could crank out using that cutter set. Okay. So you still have time to bake some stuff for the kiddos tonight. But tonight at 7 p.m., we will have Tammy and Todd from 2T Stencils with us, and they'll be doing their demo. So I'm really excited about that. Let's say hi to a few people. Hi, Rochelle. I'm glad you could join us today. Angel, you've loved watching all this. Thank you. Thank you for tuning in every day. Yes, cookie-a-thon. Can you believe it? It starts Thursday. Well, I mean, if you have the all access pass and you had time in the evening, not me, but maybe you did. I've heard from several of you that you've already watched all of the tutorials. So when we finish up tonight, I'll be like, I have the all access pass, so I will be streaming through all of the tutorials and then trying to tune in live to support all the artists. So that's going to be fun. It's cold. It's cold here too, but I did turn the heat on. It was a little too cold, so I cranked the heat up a little bit ago. I'm so glad you're enjoying the videos. So we're going to keep this one super simple because sometimes, you know, it's so busy at the holidays. And if you do need some last minute cookies, this is going to be an easy one to do if you already have the cutters. If you did not do the class or you don't have the cutters or the STL files and you decide you like this cookie so much that you want to go ahead and get the cutters or STL files, please just send me a message and I'll put their item numbers back up on the website. I try to just keep a few things going at a time on the website so it doesn't get confusing about what you're buying. And we're about to head into, you know, 2024. So there's stuff up there for the new celebrations group, which is going to be our group next year. So if you do want to participate in that group, my special throughout the Halloween event was to leave those classes on sale for $110. And that's a whole year worth of classes, at minimum of 2 designs every month is what we're going to be doing. And on the website, it tells you what we're doing each month. So right now, guys, just in case anyone is new, I'm just doing section icing because I want my pumpkin to have different sections. And then what I'm going to do after I get this done is I'm going to put a paper towel over his nose to kind of shield his nose. And then we're going to spray this with either orange or copper sky diamond dust. So you guys hit me up in the comments and let me know if you want to see orange or copper diamond dust on top of the copper colored AmeriColor color. Let me know what you want to see because we have to work some glitter in on this cute little gnome pumpkin. This little trick-or-treater. I'm excited to show you what we're going to do in his hat too. All right, but I have to know because we're going to be moving on. So let me know. Let's see what's happening. Kathy, oh, well, you're here. You're on time. You're all right. 80s all week. Oh, Mimi, I'm sorry. Hey, Holly, how are you? The copper is beautiful, Mimi. It's by AmeriColor. It's really beautiful, and it pairs very nicely with the copper sky diamond dust. But I'm willing to show you whichever one you guys want to see, so you vote. Oh, everyone wants to see the copper. Okay, we'll go copper. So this is Copper Sky by the Sugar Art, different company than the color I'm using. I'm going to just trim a piece of my paper towel off here to make a little shield. Now, the other reason I wanted to do this is because we're on a live, and so this is going to actually allow me to go back in and do that third section really quick because I'm going to spray a lot of it in the, ooh, I love it. I'm going to put a lot of it in the grooved area is what I was trying to tell you. I'll put a lot in there because then that I can go back in right away and do the sections. So that's good. Oopsie, sorry, I forgot to mute that. I'll grab that after. Some people in my normal life don't know what I do for a living, so sometimes I get calls during live streams. It just is what it is. Now, if I were in the other room, I have a whole thing of brushes, but I want to brush that little bit of diamond dust off his nose because that's a fresh nose. Do I have any brushes in this room? I'll be right back, guys. I'm sorry. I thought I had grabbed everything, but I forget how much diamond dust flies around. So in just a second. So remember, I wasn't going to do any tutorials this time. I was going to give my spots to other people as they wanted them. But I ended up doing that one fill-in where I went through how to make the molds with you. And then we also dry dusted them to antique them. Aha, my brush. I found it. Thank goodness. Hold on one sec. I'm going to let these little girls out of here. Miss Mary, when you get them in, will you let them? I hope. Okay. Because they're dancing in there like something's going on with them. Thank you. Sorry, guys. Had to get back in here, get some quiet. My dog smelled food in the other room, so they were just dancing around, making all that toenail clicking. So I'm just going to dust that off a little bit. Then we're going to, oop. That diamond, the weight of that diamond just pushed a little off the edge here. So let me just clean that up because I don't want this one to flow over. I want a nice smooth area. But I really pumped a lot on there. Isn't that pretty, that copper? Can you guys see? Let me zoom in so you can see it. Look at the copper on top of that color. The copper diamond dust on top of that copper airbrush. You could do this. You could do a lighter orange and then airbrush the copper color on it if you wanted even more dimension. But this is supposed to just be a fast, fun cookie. So I'm trying to keep my line just inside the other line because it's going to spread out anyway. I'm trying not to push my icing too close to the other sections since it is so fresh. But, you know, if I was doing a whole batch of cookies, I'd circle through all the cookies, right? And then those sections would be fully set up. And I'm going to use my scribe and just pull it over as far as I need to. Well, I have to tell you, it's hard to get used to being back on by yourself after you've been chatting with people every day. It actually feels a little quiet to me today. I'm just going to take that over just a little bit, just encourage it to go over, but I don't want it to go flat, so I have to be careful. I'm just going to push it up into those areas. I went ahead and did my nose because I wasn't going to do I'm not going to do a squiggly beard for him. His nose is just going to be poking out over his pumpkin section there. So that's a little bit different than how we do the other gnomes. Can you guys see him okay? It's so different to be in this room with these great big windows and sunshine. Even though it is fall here, it's usually pretty sunny. Now, you guys know Cookie for Profit. When I Cookie for Profit, I don't sit here with all this time with the scribe. So I combat that by circling through with a whole batch of cookies and then coming back. And that way it's dry and I don't have to worry about trying to not get too close to the other sections. It's really cute though, isn't he? All right, here we go. Do you guys like the copper? That is, oh no, that's my orange. I don't want to use that one anyway. Thank goodness it didn't pump. There we go. I really like that copper, and it sinks. If you do it right on wet icing, guys, it looks very different than if you dry dust on dry icing, because the dry dust is heavier in most cases, so it kind of sucks down into the icing. But look at how beautiful that is. You guys see that okay? All right, and then we're just going to do his hat, and I decided instead of doing like a black hat, I thought it would be really cute since it's a pumpkin gnome. I thought it would be cute to do his hat. There's diamond dust everywhere now. I fully christened this workspace just now, you guys. It's everywhere. All right, I thought it would be cute to go back and do his hat in green since he's supposed to be a pumpkin gnome. So I'm just trimming the tip of my bag to about a 2-point opening. And I have to be careful with this part because this is a formed piece of dough. So I'm going to do, or cookie dough that I baked. So, I almost put a dent in that. I don't want to dip my pumpkin. So I'm going to be really careful how I do the under part of this. So I'm going to start right across the ridge of the brim of the hat because I did it like a 3D hat. It actually has dimension to it. And I'm going to just come right around through there. I don't have to take in the whole side, but I want to take in the whole brim. Like I don't have to do the side of the hat part, but I do want to get the sides of this. So if your icing's really thin, I'd set it up on something so that it can just drip off. If you're using a thinner icing, I like to use the combined consistency of 18 to 20 seconds. And if you err on the side of caution and make your icing just a little bit thicker so you don't have to deal with all the dripping. And it's okay if your hat ends up looking textured because it's supposed to be a pumpkin. So you could actually do leaves across this brim if you wanted to by custom cutting your tipless piping bag. You could do that if you want. But I really just want to get enough icing on here that it's not running off the cookie because I want to go to the other side and I want to do another little ridge of color, and then I want to just pull that down on these other areas. But I just thought it'd be so cute to have the little hat. Oh, that diamond dust is going to make me sneeze. I thought it would be cute to do the hat in green instead of a traditional black or purple even, because it is a pumpkin. So when I attached my nose, I really firmly pressed that fondant up onto the edge of the hat so that it would be really secure. So I'm just putting a little bit of icing, and then I'm going to drag it around. Isn't this a cute little guy? He's so cute. All right. I think you can see that okay. And shaping his gnome adds to the whole feel of this too. And what you're trying to do here, guys, the reason I'm piping it this way is because I'm trying to maintain the integrity of that pointed brim of the hat shape. So I'm also hoping that I'm going to have enough stiff icing where that brim is that I can keep twirling it like this and just make it stand up even a little bit more. Like once I get everything smoothed out, then I want to come back and I want to be able to play with that for a second and just make that accent along that edge there. So that's another reason you just don't want to put too much icing. And then if you need to, you do this with a paintbrush if you want to. Food safe paintbrush would be fine to do this. It would look nice with that too. So just work that edge so you still have some kind of a little point there. I hope you're going to all come back and join us live tonight when Tammy and Todd are with us. I can't wait to see what she brings us with the airbrushing. They always do such awesome demos. And I had a great time last night with Timbo. He's funny. He shocked everybody, I think, by not doing something gory, but I think what he did is super useful to make money. So that's kind of what we've been tasking everybody with since it's fourth quarter, you know. For those of you who maybe didn't get to go to business school or do anything outside of like your specific profession, what you do for a living, and maybe you didn't get the business background, typically 60% of your business is in the fourth quarter of the year. So if you're new to this and you're wondering why we're always harping on make money now, it's because old school businesses didn't go into the black until day after Thanksgiving, which was why they had Black Friday sales, because businesses went from running in the red all year to running in the black, which is a good thing. It's not as hard and fast of a line anymore, but it's still a good rule of thumb. And if you have retail stores, it's still a really good rule of thumb. Retail stores being bakeries, storefronts. Now I'm just playing with this icing to try to keep that little edge on my rim, just because that's what I want it to look like. You don't have to do that. You could let it go smooth and move on. But he's cute already, right? Isn't he sweet looking? And now I'm just going to do the top of the hat. So anyway, if you're wondering why we're all saying, hey, use this and make money, think about how you can use this technique. You know, instructors used to not instruct based off a cookie design per se. It used to be about learning techniques and doing demos and stuff like that, right? Like we're very keyed in now to learning a whole cookie. But if somebody doesn't slow you down for a second and remind you to take a look at the whole cookie and then break it apart and see what you can do with it, then you think you just learned a cookie, but really we were teaching a man to fish, so to speak. Hope that makes sense. As it was pointed out to me last night, I am a little bit older. And so therefore some of the things I say, do, think, and read don't process with me like they do with some of you younger ladies. So just know that if you're wondering why we're all on make money with this, we're trying to teach you to think outside the box and take what you're learning and take it to the next holiday too. Take it into Thanksgiving, take it into fall offerings, take it into your Christmas cookies. Like it's about the skill and the technique. Now, because I chose to do that little bit of thicker, I do have to spend a little bit more time here if I want the top of this hat to look super smooth. If I don't care that it's textured, I'm done and I can move on. But super sweet little cookie, fun demo. Just wanted you to have something that you could do with him if you bought that fall stackable set. Now, I will tell you, I also tried doing this technique with the third cutter down in the set. Isn't he cute? Look at him. He's adorable. But that I felt like that pumpkin was just a smidge too big. Okay, that's why I didn't continue on with that one, with the bigger one. However, I did really like how he looked sitting on the black cauldron, and I added some little wafer paper leaves along the bottom. The original one of these looked super cute set up like that. I'll put a little bit more right here. I didn't quite cover it, and I want to take some photographs outside today while we have this nice weather. Now, does anybody have any questions about this? Because if not, I want to tell you a funny story. I want to tell you how I got a Sizzix Big Shot without spending any of my own money. I mean, I guess technically I spent money, which you'll understand when I explain. But I want to tell you what I did the other day, and that my Big Shot just arrived, because I have several embossing folders that I bought when they were being discontinued and they were going on sale. But I can't use them with my Spellbinder because they're just too thick. And I use my Spellbinder still sometimes, my big one. I have two. I have a big one and a little one, but I use my big one sometimes for card making. I still like to make my family and friends custom cards when I have the time, which is not right now, but I do normally do it. So anyway, I decided, well, since I had all these folders, if I could get one inexpensive enough, I would do it. And then one night somebody was on with a tutorial and they told us about a 30% off coupon and free shipping, and you could combine it to a Sizzix machine. Well, of course, whatever night that was, something went on when I got off the live stream and I didn't make it by midnight. So I thought I'd lost out on my deal. I just want to do this before it crusts too much, okay? I want it to have a nice little seam along the edge. All right, so you guys like him? He's cute, right? Everybody's good with him? Let's see. don't know why this looks wonky. There we go. How's that? You like it? Mimi, oh yeah, a nice break to be in solo. I don't know. I miss chatting with people. I might have to have somebody come on with me later today too, because I'm going to do another video later. Kelly, I'm so glad you like this. And doesn't it look perfect with my Halloween gnome headband? He's perfect, right? Oh, thank you. He's cute, right? The nose, that little hooked nose. I just love that. I should have put a little, I didn't think about it, you guys, but I could have put like a little wart on him right here to really accentuate it. But I just think it's a nice play to have the hat, but do it in a green. And then, of course, get the glitter in there. I had to have some diamond dust. All right, so here's my story. Do you want to hear my story? No one actually said yes, so I won't keep talking and make this go on longer unless you really want to hear the story. So tell me if you want to hear the story about the big shot. I know, I love this. I love the sparkle too so much. Okay, so Nicole wants to hear my story, so I'm going to tell my story. So I missed that night where it was only going to be like $70 or something like that. But it turns out as normal for me, when I miss something like that, there's always a reason. So listen, so fun. Yeah, look, other people voted yes on this story because I didn't spend any money to get my Sizzix, okay? So here's what happened. There was I don't even think it's still on there. Let me check because I have the Michaels app. There was a Michaels app coupon. You could use it in store or online, but the Sizzix Big Shot is not in the stores anymore. You have to order it online. Let me just see. Okay, so let me see if it might not. They might have changed it. Hold on. It might be gone. Okay, so anyway, there was a coupon on here. I'm trying to get to see what the coupons are today, just in case it's on there. So, oh yeah, it's gone, you guys. Okay, so there was a coupon, I think through the 28th or 29th. And I just happened to be getting a load of stuff from my store to bring to the cookie studio here. So I was in the other town that I used to live in. So I went by Michael's to see if they had it, found out they didn't have it in the store, but then the girl told me I could use it online. And she said, yes, she said you can't use it on Cricuts or Silhouettes or Spellbinders, but there's nothing preventing you from using it on the Sizzix machine because they're all the same kind of machines, right? So I was kind of like, well, I don't want to spend all this time trying to do it and then it won't go through. So anyway, I came home and I found it online on sale. Hold on, I'll tell you what it was. This was such a good deal. I couldn't even believe it. It was crazy. So it's normally the one I got is normally, where is it? Hold on. I want to get you the right one because I didn't buy that super wide one. Okay. So normally it's $129. Okay. There was a coupon for 50% off, which dropped it to $65. And then I had a rewards certificate that somehow I was able to use in the store that day and also online without affecting my rewards balance. So I asked them if that was okay. And they said, if it works, it works. So it took another $10 off, which dropped it to $55. Now here we are with this big brand new machine that's $130. I'm down to where I would only owe $55. Well, then one of you lovely ladies sent me a tip over in the coffee shop. And by the time it hit my PayPal account, because PayPal takes out a small fee. It's small, you guys, but PayPal took out a small fee. It was $24. So I applied the $24 for my PayPal account because online you can use PayPal to pay for it. So I applied the $24 and now we're down to, hold on. We're down to $31. Then, because I was using PayPal, I have a wallet programmed in there with my different credit cards, and I had reward points on one of the credit cards that was more than what I owed. So I selected that credit card and selected the thing to use my rewards. And I didn't have to pay anything, and my machine just arrived 5 minutes ago, which is what made me think to tell you this. Isn't that so cool? So thank you to the person, you know who you are, that sent me the tip. I knew as soon as I got the tip that if that coupon was still good and it really worked, what I was going to use it for, so that I could bring something else into the group and also have something where I could use another machine to make something for your class boxes, so that you would have more customized class boxes, because I love giving you specialty stuff. But the whole time that I was doing this, you guys, now some of you won't believe this because it's not your core beliefs or whatever, but the whole time I was just sitting there smiling, thinking, this is $130 machine, and then tax. Oh, and the shipping was free. The shipping was free that day too, because it was over a certain amount. And because I didn't spend any money, there was no tax. That was the other thing. So the whole time I'm doing this whole thing, I'm thinking, isn't it so funny how God moves money around? Like, I really wanted that machine because I had these folders. I have a lot of them. I have like 18 of them that I can't use with my other machine. And so I was like, well, I said, I really need to get that, but I'm going to wait until it's on sale or it's being discontinued or something or whatever. But then the whole time I'm bringing that up and it's going down, down, down. And I'm thinking, it's so funny. Like, I wanted it for the group, and then there it is. So thank you to all of you who contributed. And yes, I know that I had to spend money to earn those credit card reward points, but they don't have to give you those. That's just something that I diligently signed up for, and I intentionally make purchases on a card so that racks up. So happy to roll that back into the group. Can't wait to show you what we're going to be making soon. So excited. All right, so there's my silly little story for the day. I know, isn't that great? It's like every time I want something so that I can show you guys something, and then eventually somebody will come back and say, oh, I really used whatever it was that I had been planning. They'll come back and say, I really used that and I made a lot of money and it helped me and it set me apart from someone else. And I'm thinking, okay, so that's all for you. But it was really fun. It was really nice that this machine showed up a few minutes ago and I didn't have to lay out any cash at all. So I was really happy because it felt like early Christmas. I'm not going to wrap it though. I'm going to open it and unbox it as soon as this live stream is over, so I can put it to good use. But I also feel like I try to always roll forward in a lot of ways on many facets. I think about it like a diamond. Like, sometimes I can roll money forward. Sometimes I roll gifts. Sometimes I move merchandise to other people so they can sell it. Sometimes I do extra classes. Sometimes I connect people and just try to help them help each other, and in that way. And so I roll forward all the time. And then it's just funny because it's like I'm pushing this way and then I have to catch what's coming around. I love it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you for letting me do mine during the day. Such a good deal. It was so cool, you guys. A well-deserved reward. Thank you, Kelly. I appreciate it. So a couple of things that you need to know, because everybody's still here. First of all, thank you for letting me share my story there, because I feel like, I don't know, that's my core belief system, and I feel like God's always watching out for me. So I was just like, this is pretty amazing. I have to make sure I tell them I didn't actually have to spend any money, and it's here. It's already arrived. I just did this on the 28th or 29th, so a couple days ago. So you'll be seeing that soon. But what you need to know right now is this. Tonight at 7 p.m., Tammy and Todd from 2T Stencils will be on, and we'll be doing airbrushing with them. And she's going to show you what she's going to do for Christmas. So I'm not sure if she's doing a Christmas thing tonight, since it's actually Halloween night, or if she's just going to show you Christmas, but please show up. I also want to give you some other good news. Our 12 days of Christmas Plus may really turn into a 24-day if this keeps up, because people have enjoyed the event so much that they have contacted me and said, I want to do Christmas too. Or they've contacted and said, sorry, I couldn't do Halloween, but I'd really like to get in on the holiday one. So we're actually probably starting on the 28th of November, which will be like a Tuesday night. We're probably going to have to start on the 28th to get everybody in, and we're probably going to have to run through the 18th or 20th. So right there is like 22 days. And I'm so excited because last night Timbo said, because initially he thought his schedule would not allow him to do the Christmas one, but last night he said that he should be able to get in on the Christmas one. So you guys will get to see another Timbo creation too. So I'm excited about that. And we have a couple of additional people joining. And Donna Rohrbach is going to be with us, who's a very, very first of all, award-winning, very experienced gingerbread person who works in construction gingerbread. She's going to be with us as well. So look for everybody that was here for this event, plus 6 or 7 more people. And I'm still trying to work in people that are contacting me, but I really have to cut it off. We can't go past the 18th to 20th. Like, that's got to be the end, because I have things I have to take care of for family. So if it turns into 24 days of Christmas, so be it. I'm just happy that you guys want to give back to the cookie community. Appreciate you so much. I want to say again, thank you for everyone who's put tips over on the coffee shop site to help keep the live stream expenses covered, because when I know they're covered, I can do more stuff in the group without having to charge for it, like to keep my bills paid, because this is actually my job. This is not my side hustle. What I do in Cookie Land is actually my living. So in order to do these things, I have to know that those things are covered. So for everybody who's taken time to head over there and make a donation, no matter what the amount was, you just took a lot of pressure off so that we could continue working on this. So I appreciate that very much. So the other thing I wanted to tell you, I'm going to put this up because someone just sent me a message that they needed the coffee shop link. So I'm going to put this up. It'll be at the bottom because there's a couple more things you need to know. We are also in the group. Trisha Collins is going to be putting together a scribe exchange. As soon as I have everything situated in the rest of the house today, I'm going to pop back on here. I'm going to show you the scribe that I made. And I'm going to go ahead and put a form up for you, a Google form, so that you can sign up, so that Trisha will know. Trisha's going to handle everything. But if you haven't heard about this yet, what basically is happening is that you will each make 20 scribes. We're going to start with one group of 20. And then if we have a lot of people beyond that that want to participate, we'll set up a second group and see how much that fills up. So one group for sure, 20 is what you should look at. You'll mail 20 scribes that you make to Trisha, and all this information will be on the Google form. You're going to mail it. It has a date where you have to mail them by, but you have like 2 or 3 weeks to make these, maybe 2.5 weeks. So you got plenty of time. Amazon has stuff to you in a day or two. So if you decide you want to jump on the bandwagon, you've got plenty of time. So you'll make 20 scribes. You'll send them to Trisha. If you want one of your scribes for yourself, make it and keep it at your house, because what's going to happen is you're going to send the 20 to Trisha, and Trisha is also not going to be counted in the 21. Okay. So she'll pull one of each of the scribes for herself and put one of each of those 20 in for you guys. That way, if everybody sends 20, 21 people will actually be exchanging, but you will not get one of your scribes back. I hope that makes sense. It made perfect sense when she explained it to me. I love how she's doing that. So, and then what you will do is you will PayPal her $10 to cover the packaging and the return shipping fee to get the scribes back to you. So everybody will end up with 20 scribes. So you pay your own shipping to get them to her. Then you're going to PayPal her to cover the shipping expense of sending them back to you. And the shipping is going to average anywhere from $7 to $11 based on East Coast, West Coast, and where she is. So just, we're doing it at 10, and the account will level out for her. But you'll do that all through her, because I cannot handle, I can't put another thing on my plate without the plate cracking. So she's going to handle that. If anyone is interested in helping out to support the live stream expenses for this month, November and December, the coffee shop site is where you do that. And it's coming up. Also, don't forget to sign up for the text alerts, because we want to get you the information for that. As soon as this wraps around, again, the first thing is the coffee shop site. So that helps keep all that covered. Also, please, next thing you need to know. So later today, I'll have the Scribe information up for you. So there's the coffee shop. It's rolling across the screen right now. You can go there to make donations to help support the live stream, or you can denote something specifically for improved live streaming equipment. Whatever you want is fine. It just takes some of the pressure off to be able to do these events for you and not be worried about other stuff or trying to do 3 things at once. The Scribe exchange info will be up later today. If you are in the monthly Gnome and Floral group, those videos will be posted tomorrow. I'd look for them a little bit after lunchtime. Also, if you did the October video, I had no idea. I filmed it here at the new Cookie Studio, but I was not hardline plugged into the network. And apparently that was one of the days where we were having trouble with the 10G network. So it's a little glitchy. Now, I knew it was pausing at some point, so I just stopped talking, and then when it would come back and I could see it on screen, I'd start again. But at the end specifically, there's some trouble where I'm showing you how to do the toothpick rows. So I'm going to re-record that part in a short video and just drop that in hopefully by tomorrow or Thursday. Okay. So if you don't want to watch the end of last month's Gnome video, just wait and I'll be dropping that toothpick rows in for you. I'm not going to do the painting part. I'm just going to show you how to pipe it so that you can move forward with that. And then this weekend, I wanted to keep it completely separate so I didn't interfere with the artist videos. But this weekend, I'm going to show you what's coming up for the Christmas classes. Okay. And I'll explain all of that more in detail too, but I'm going to do that by this weekend, and they're just lovely. They've just turned out. I had to make a few tweaks on the structure that we're doing for the advanced class, but now I feel happy with that. And I had to tweak the cutters from the first part of the class, and I'll explain all that to you later. But everything that's coming in for the Christmas boxes is just absolutely fabulous. This class in a box is just the best. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. So I hope you're going to be tuning in for that. I think that's it, unless anybody has any questions. If you don't have any questions, let's just say you wanted to go ahead and get this fall stackable set. If you want the cutters or the STLs, it's at the website, which is seriouslysweetcupcakes.com. You guys can pop over there anytime and grab that. If you want text alerts before the live events, which is during business hours, East Coast business hours is when those go out. Text the word live stream to 540-870-0726. We'll get you, just follow the prompts. It's 2 sets of prompts, and then you're set with that. YouTube channel is the easiest place to rewatch all these videos. Go over to YouTube and find Seriously Sweet Cupcakes and go to the button that says live, and you can rewatch all of these. They're in date order. They all have covers. And then the last thing I want to tell you is, please, I don't know. I want to show you this. Give me a second. If my computer freezes, just stay with me, but I want to show you this if I can. I don't know if I have it saved though, so I don't know if it's an easy thing. If not, I'll show you later this afternoon. Oh, no, I don't have it saved. Okay. I need you to go ahead and start working on your Christmas collaboration cookies. Get those turned in ASAP. And if you're an instructor in the 12 Days of Christmas Plus event, please send me those pictures as soon as possible. It's a lot of work to go back and re-edit that video and pop in pictures when your stuff isn't turned in on time. So as soon as possible, get that to me, because I want to start using that Christmas promotional video in November. And that's tomorrow. So I won't be using it tomorrow. The earliest I'm going to get it done is November 5th. But if you already have cookies done, just go ahead and put them in. It'll be a shorter countdown video, and then I'll keep adding things. But if you guys could get that stuff in within the first 2 weeks of November, it would be super, super, super mighty helpful. I would really appreciate it. I hope you have enjoyed the video. I'm going to play it right now and let it do at the end for those of you who joined us late, in case you want to see it, because tonight will be the last night you'll see the Halloween countdown. Okay. So let me go ahead and play that. I'm going to sign off. When that goes off, the live stream will end. If you do need anything, message me, but watch for a video this afternoon about the Scribe Christmas Exchange for Cookie Snack Attack that Trisha Collins is going to be coordinating for us. It was her idea, and it was a lovely idea, Trisha. I really appreciate you. So we'll watch for that. Gnome and Floral tutorials will release tomorrow sometime in the afternoon for November, and they're really cute. They're Thanksgiving themed, so I think you're going to like those. And this weekend we'll have the release information so you can start saving up, or tell your friends or family that purchase Christmas gifts for you that they can get you the Christmas box that will come with multiple classes this year. So hopefully we've got everything covered for everybody. I hope you enjoyed my sweet little gnome tutorial, and thank you for allowing me to use lots of diamond dust. That was really fun, and I'll get some good photos up later. Make sure you go under the video and tag Timbo and tell him thank you for last night so we can get him back for Christmas. And please make sure that when you want to communicate with the artists that we're doing what they ask us to do. If they wanted you to DM them through Instagram, that's fine. Most everybody said put it under the video so that if they answer a question, it's already answered. So that's great too. And Kelly, I hope you're still watching, and I hope you're working on headbands, my friend, because I only have 4 Christmas ones, and we are already heading into close to 20 days, maybe 24 days of Christmas ones. So Trisha, thank you. I'm just very excited about it. Hey Fabs, how you doing? Did you see I did a little custom baking, Fabiola? All right, well, we'll catch up with you later tonight. So tune in tonight at 7 for Tammy and Todd from 2T Stencils. I'm gonna let this video play. When it ends, this will end, but I just want to give you another shot to watch it if you haven't seen it yet. All right, guys, have a great day, and thanks again. Bye-bye.